This 16-inch MacBook is currently on top of the MacBook lineup. Yes, there have been some additional MacBook releases with the M1 chip, but this MacBook is still the best you can get for your money. So this brings us to the question that should you buy a 16-inch MacBook Pro in 2021 or not? Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Rohit's Tech Blog. I have been using this machine from last 1 year for my daily office work as an iOS developer, and recently started using this machine as a video editing machine for my YouTube videos. So I use it in two modes. One as a laptop when I'm sitting on a sofa or in the balcony and doing my work. Second as a docking machine when I'm working on my productivity desk. So you can find the link of my video up here. The configuration which I'm using here is the 16 GB RAM version with 2.6 GHz 6-core Intel i7 processor and AMD Radeon 5300M 4GB graphics card. So on Apple's online store, you can upgrade this machine to have up to 8 TB of storage, 64 GB of RAM and AMD Radeon 5300M with 8 GB of graphics card, which is obviously going to cost you a lot of money. Let's discuss why you should buy a 16-inch MacBook Pro in 2021. So for me, the number one reason has to be the availability of ports. This MacBook 16-inch comes with 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports, while the MacBook with M1 chips come with only 2 Thunderbolt 3 ports, which might not be a problem for a regular user or a user who might not connect a lot of devices or external monitors with the MacBook. But for me, this is one of the biggest reason why I will buy a 16 inches MacBook Pro now. So if you're like me who works with MacBook as a docking station and connects 2 or more monitors, so you may know the value of these additional ports. So this MacBook 16-inch can run 2 6K displays, 4 4K displays, both at 60 Hz. So while M1 MacBook supports only one external monitor right now. So it's so easy to use this MacBook 16-inch in the docking mode because of these extra ports on both the sides. Next reason is the configurability. You can configure this model up to 8 TB of storage, 64 GB of RAM, and you can get better graphics card. But while the M1 MacBook can only be configured up to 2 TB and 32 GB of RAM, which is enough for most of the people. But let's say you get a 500 GB machine or a 1 TB machine and you run out of storage. So you'll have to buy external SSDs. So those external SSDs will come with their extra cable, and you'll always have to keep track of the cable or the SSD, which comes with the problem of losing the cable if you're like a person like me who loses cable all the time, or the machine or the hard disk can fail. Another reason you should buy this model is the display. This is one of the best displays that you will ever get in the market. So this Retina display is sharp, color accurate, but what makes this a purchase level decision is the extra space that you get with the 16 inches model. So this screen is really big when compared to a 13 inches model, and it gives you a lot of space and you can easily do multitasking on it. So when I want to use it in laptop mode while working from my bed, it's so good to look into a bigger screen. The 16 inches display is not as good enough as an external monitor or a wide monitor or a 27 inches monitor, but it's still big enough so that you can use it and get the work done. I really love to use Xcode and simulator side by side. The next option is the dedicated graphic card options that you get. So my machine that I have here has a 4GB 5300M Radeon graphic cards. So you get options from lower end 5300M 4GB graphic cards all the way up to the higher end 5600M 8GB with HBM2 memory graphic cards. So you can get very powerful graphic cards in here, and if you are one of the person who work on creative applications like video editing, photo editing, or some of your applications need a dedicated graphic cards, then this is the machine to go. And these graphic cards will give you a very high-end performance. So now let's talk about, if you are in the market right now looking for a laptop, then why you should not buy a 16 inches MacBook Pro model. So the number one is the price. You can find an entry-level MacBook with the M1 chip architecture at half of the price of this laptop. And if you want to upgrade this particular machine to have greater graphics and bigger memory, bigger RAM, bigger hard disk, then you have to pay a lot of money, which doesn't make a sense at all. So if you are spending so much money and you are getting the performance of your heavy task, then it's okay. But if you're just using it for surfing or creating presentations or maybe some other normal task, then this is not worth the investment at all. So the next thing which will hold me from buying this 16 inches MacBook is its battery life. It is not bad, but it's not as good as what you can get. So it can give you up to 11 hours of battery life, but for my usage as a developer, this machine now is not able to give me a battery backup of more than 4 to 6 hours. So, well, the cheapest MacBook, M1 MacBook, gives you up to 18 hours of battery life. The battery backup of 16 inches is good, but if you can get greater or a bigger battery backup for a half of the price or 60% of the price, then why you should not get it? You should definitely get it. So the next reason why I should not buy this is the fan noise. It's very noisy when you connect two external displays or use heavy apps like Xcode or Final Cut Pro. But so I don't have a M1 MacBook Pro right now to compare, but from what I have heard, I know that they are pretty silent compared to this one. So another reason why I would not buy this MacBook in 2021 is because the app that I use like Xcode, Final Cut Pro, or sometimes Keynote, they are already migrated to the M1 architecture and they are blazing fast there. So it doesn't make a lot of sense for me to spend a lot of money on this while I can get a M1 chip MacBook at almost 60% of the price. So, but if you are using apps that have not migrated to M1 chip, then they may be fast on this Intel based Mac. So you should get a 16 GB in that case. So what I will suggest is go look for the softwares that you will be using, see if they have been migrated to M1 architecture MacBooks or not. If no, then you should buy 16 inches model. Otherwise, you should go for the M1 architecture. So the last reason why I would not buy this computer is that in future it is not going to happen tomorrow, but it will eventually not get an update and will certainly become outdated because Apple plans to migrate to the Silicon architecture in next 3 years. So this MacBook will get outdated, is expensive, make noise, so you should not buy it right now. If you are using this computer right now and you are happy with the performance you are getting, there is no reason to switch over it. But if you are looking for a new computer or your first Mac, then I would recommend you to look into the softwares that you will be using. If those has been converted to the M1 architecture already, then I would wholeheartedly recommend you to go for M1 based MacBooks, as they will be much more value for your money. If you enjoyed watching this video, press the like button and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification icon so that you get notified whenever I post a video.